While The Last of Us, God of War, and Horizon stole the show in 2022, the start of a new year signals the beginning of a new season for Sony and its abundance of first-party studios. One of the business's newest hires is also one of its most successful ones, as Insomniac Games has overseen 3 titles in the past 4 years, with Spider-Man, Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, and Spider-Man, Miles Morales all doing well to maintain PlayStation 5 users' satisfaction. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is the studio's newest project, and it will only be released on Sony's newest hardware in the fall. This is an interesting decision, given that the PS5 is still 2 years away from being widely available. The first game, which was released in 2018 to overwhelmingly positive reviews and PS5 compatibility, featured a somewhat contentious Peter Parker character model change. Being accessible on the platform has done well to update it to take advantage of contemporary hardware and the significant improvements to Spider-Man. Miles Morales are beautiful, showing that the web-slinger's future on PlayStation is as bright as can be. With its predecessor only getting older and the PS5 starting to make its way into stores, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is one of the most anticipated games of 2023. As such, it benefits from being exclusive to the PS5 more than it does from having it. The PS5's strength can be used by Spider-Man 2. Insomniac's decision to forgo the PlayStation 4 in favor of pushing the limits of what is currently possible is a welcome treat for PS5 players because the PlayStation 5 is significantly more powerful than the PlayStation 4. Finding a PS5 isn't as much of a fool's errand as it once was because the system is now more accessible than it has ever been, though getting one can still require some luck. It might very well be as widely available as the Nintendo Switch in a few months, just in time to experience the next chapter in Peter Parker's story. There is no better way than with hardware that can maximize its presentation and aesthetic than with the Nintendo Switch. Running at a buttery smooth 60 frames per second makes moving around the New York City skyline feel much more fluid, and the updated visuals and ray tracing greatly contribute to the environment feeling alive. In comparison to Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart's stunning visuals and fluid transitions, Spider-Man arrived toward the end of the PlayStation 4 generation. This distinction is also clear in the new game from Sony Santa Monica, as one of the biggest issues with God of War, Ragnarok is its frequent invisible loading screens, which frequently require Kratos to squeeze through confined spaces. This is largely because the game is also available on outdated hardware. As a result, PS5 users' experiences are somewhat diminished when they could be serving as an example of the PS5's vast capabilities. One of the initial fantastic PS5 exclusives could be Spider-Man 2. By putting the project in the best possible position to succeed, Spider-Man 2 avoiding the PlayStation 4 is advantageous for Sony as well as players. Although Spider-Man 2 only serves to increase the PlayStation 5's appeal, its lineup of high-caliber exclusive games is rather sparse. First-party titles include Astro's Playroom, Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, Returnal, and more. Gran Turismo 7, God of War, Ragnarok, and Horizon Forbidden West are all PS4 exclusives. The PlayStation 5 has been available for 2 years. Eventually, the old must make way for the new. The limitations of God of War, Ragnarok are evidence that a change is necessary as it is now time for the PS5 to be adopted universally. It's not out of the question that the Peter Parker-led sequel instead looks to the future, making the most of the hardware it's on. PS4 users have been spoiled by the amount of Spider-Man content they have received, with 2 Insomniac-developed games standing out of that system's library. Spider-Man 2 for the PS5 debuts in the fall of 2023. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and support my channel.